morning, my awesome friends. Today I wanted to show you a bit of my paper dyeing that I've done in the past couple of weeks. So this was the lovely pink that I did. I used food coloring, and I had some old dye that I just added to it. So here's some little envelopes. You can see the lovely pattern made with a stencil. This was with a doily, and then I actually sprayed a little bit of ink on here while it was still wet. And this is the back of the envelope where the envelope was actually dry, and then I just splashed with my hand some wet marks to give that look. Crumpled paper, lovely. You can hear it's quite soft. And then obviously the plastic doilies, which are awesome. Some more plastic doilies. There I dropped a bit of water and it left that mark, but I love it. So yeah, we're gonna have some journal fun soon, and I just wanted to show you some of the beautiful papers that came out. So a few lessons that I've learned. All of these are made with plastic doilies, and you can see how beautiful and clear they are. And the reason I'm going to I show many of the pages is so you can see the difference. So the pink came out really vibrant and clear, and the crumpled paper is, while the paper is wet, you crumple it and then you let it dry like that. Okay, so now we're getting to our coffee dyed papers. And the coffee dyed papers I did on the lawn. So it obviously had uneven surface. I had a big plastic tablecloth on my lawn, and some of them came out amazing like this, you can see, and then some of them were very faint like that, but still beautiful. Okay, still lovely. See, this hardly came out, so it really is luck of the draw. Also, just to get these little splash marks on here when the paper is nearly dry, I just dropped a few, splashed a few drops on, and then this, look how amazing this came out using a mandala stencil. So yes, also using a stencil, how beautiful is that? Unfortunately, I didn't take a video before I gave half my papers away. Okay, so now this was another experiment I did. I don't know if you can see, it's got some speckles on it. So I actually used salt to see what would happen. And when the paper was still damp, I sprayed a darker color on it to give it this mottled effect, which I really like. However, I don't think you can write on the salty paper, because look, it's lovely texture, but it's, yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to write on it. And I love it anyway. So once again, look at the texture of the salt. It's really, really nice. Okay, so here's some more salty ones. Some creased ones. You can see the difference. I wanted you to see the difference. This side is the one that I inked with a darker color, and then this side is the one that I allowed to dry naturally with the fine salt on this one. So it's a bit of a different texture to the coarse salt. So this is the coarse salt. Look at the difference. Okay, so that was my pinky purpley color, and now we are doing the tea dyeing. I saved all my used tea bags, and then I dyed these. Much fainter. Also, lesson learned, I did it indoors. Not brilliant, because it took ages to dry, and the patterns were not as vibrant as the ones that dried in the sun. So keep that in mind. I absolutely love this. Also, once again, crumpled paper while it's wet, and then put the onto my drying rack, which is a bit rusted. I love this lace, and you can see how faint it is. Now these two are actually lying next to each other, and they look completely different. Okay, so here I wanted to show you, this is obviously my tea dyeing still. So when the paper was nearly dry, I took some wet tea leaves and I flicked them onto the paper, and it left these lovely marks. And once again, some of the papers you're lucky because the pattern transfers to the back, but most times it doesn't. And then this is again my rusty rack, which I love because you can have something to write on your journal, little lines. And I think by far this was my best surprise. Look how beautiful this came out. This little flower was fussy cut from one of my plastic doilies, and same flower, one used one way and the other one turned upside down, and look at the complete difference in the pattern. It's really beautiful, so dainty. And yeah, this is one of my fails because it was so wet and it took basically 2 days to dry. And then again with my flicked tea leaves. So I wonder what you think. Let me know. I hope you will have fun and give some paper dyeing a try.